Hey guys, Ben here. Welcome back to another live stream. This is a very special live stream. This is for the Flash series finale. That's going to be airing later tonight. It's exactly in 2 hours from now, from when I'm starting this live stream. I can't believe that we're actually here, but yeah, I'm not in my normal location. Um, but yeah, I'm here. I am in France. I am looking forward to the series finale. We've got lots to talk about. Maybe Flashverse will join me at one point throughout the live stream, but we'll have to wait and see. We got lots of stuff to talk about, and I'm sure some of you guys are just joining the stream. I see Joe, who arrived pretty early. Also, Michael's here. I think Flashverse is doing a watch party tonight. Yeah. Jake and Transformers Guy. Welcome to everyone that is in the live stream. This is going to be an insane night to remember. Like, we're going to remember this episode forever, us Flash fans, because it's the series finale. It starts in 2 hours, Draxing, 2 hours from now. So, not a long time. We're going to be talking about it before it starts right now. We're going to be discussing our overall thoughts on the series as a whole. We're going to be talking about, the various different things that are going to be happening in the series finale. We're going to be breaking it down in this live stream before the episode starts, so you guys can join in with me and talk about the series finale before it starts. I just thought it would be good if we actually started this before the episode starts, so we can kind of like build up towards it. And then obviously later tonight, I'm going to have my full review and breakdown of the episode once it finishes. So it's going to be starting in 2 hours. I'm going to repeat it right here, 2 hours time, and it's going to be an amazing episode. I'm sure of it. It's going to be the final episode of The Flash ever. And yeah, so stick around for that. But for now, if you want to support the channel, and if you want to ask me some questions and be featured on a live stream, just like Cal is right here, I'm going to be answering your guys' questions in regards to the Flash's season finale or series finale, mind you, and I'm going to pop you up on the screen. So how do you ask those questions? How do you send in super chats? Well, you can go to the chat function just down below, and right where you would normally type a message, just underneath that, that's a $sign, and you can click on it, click super chat, put as little or as much as you want. You'll be supporting the channel, but also at the same time, you're going to be able to ask me a question. And this is going to be our last ever pre-Flash live stream. Like, this is insane. So now is the time. If you want to ask any super chats and you've ever wanted to ask any on a live stream, do it now, because yeah, this is going to be a live stream to remember. And yeah, so I'm like super excited to discuss all of this with you guys. So first things first, overall thoughts. Let's go over this. I'm going to give you my thoughts. You guys can send your thoughts in the chat. What have you thought of the Flash's whole series as a whole? Like all the nine seasons. What do you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. What season did you start watching, and what do you think of the series as a whole? Let me know. Guys, I see Michael here, and I see Alex saying thanks for everything. No problem, Alex. I'm glad to do content. Michael, I am not going to be stopping YouTube or something like that just because The Flash is ending. Yes, I am a Arrowverse DC related channel. However, Superman Lois is still going. There's also Gotham Knights. They're creating new DC shows on HBO Max. And I also cover the films. Like, I've been covering the Flash film, which is coming out next month. So the channel's going nowhere, guys. So don't go anywhere. Don't expect just because the Flash is ending, I'm going to stop making videos. I'm not going to stop making videos. I will still make Flash videos, of course. Like, I will talk about potential news that we hear. Like, we know Grant's open to coming back. And, lots of different things. Like, obviously we can theorize about stuff, and we can do more nostalgic videos looking back at the past, like who are the best villains, or who, best episode, or whatever. We can do all of that after the Flash finishes. So yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. I just wanted to make that very clear here on this live stream, and I'll make it clear in my review tonight. Flash videos aren't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So yes, stick around. Okay, so like I said, send in super chats if you want to be featured on the live stream and you want to ask a question about the series finale. So, what episode, what season did you start in? Like, season did you first watch? Let me know in the chat. I can obviously see you guys here, but click on the $sign just here, super chat, and you can send in any kind of question that you have to do with the series finale. Do it right here. I also see that a bunch of you guys are doing emojis and stuff. Like I saw the 100 thing come up. Oh, right there. That's sick. I love that. Keep doing it, guys. But yeah, welcome to everyone that's joining the live stream or has just joined. I see there's a decent amount of you. I'm going to go through the chat and see what season you started. And I'm going to tell you when I started. It might surprise you. Jazzy says, I've been watching The Flash since day one. Okay, you're an OG. Alex says, first watched season 2, then went back to start from the beginning. I think that is very fair. Team Forward says, I started watching it since the series premiere. Oh, so an OG. And then, Chris only started in 2020, so that was quite recently. Michael, season 1, I see that in the chat. Cal has been watching since day one. Oh, and by the way, guys, can you comment your ages of when you first started watching it? Because that's a funny thing, because it's been around for 9 years, so I feel like everyone's grown up so much, like the fandom and, all of us that have watched the shows. Because I remember, so basically, guys, I started watching The Flash at the end of season 1. So I wasn't like a proper OG. I'm an OG Supergirl fan. I'm OG Legends, stuff like that. Like I've watched every Supergirl episode and never missed one since the first episode. But The Flash, I actually caught on late, and I actually got involved with it because I loved Young Justice. And I was like, okay, I need more DC content. I went through all the animated stuff. I went through a bunch of TV shows, and I was like, oh, yeah, The Flash. Like, it's a real life action Flash. And I started watching at the end of season 1. They got fully into it in season 2. And that's at the point when I went back and I just like binged the whole of Arrow. And then also it was kind of just when Legends was about to start. They did that Legends crossover for the first time. So yeah, I got into it end of season 1, and I've just been hooked ever since. So when was that? That was like mid 2016, I guess I started watching The Flash. And that's when I started my channel. At the end of season 2, oh wait, no, mid 2015 I started watching it. But end of season 2, my first ever video I recorded was to do with Zoom and the ending of him becoming Black Flash. I never uploaded that video for some reason, but that's the original video that I remember making. So if it was, when I started, I guess I was 14, like 2015. Yeah, the end of the season, I guess I would have been like 14. And then I was 15 in 2015 because I'm born in 2000. And then when I started my channel, I was 15, about to turn 16 because it was 2016. So now I'm 22. It's been a long time and it's been such a big part of my life. Obviously, for me, it's been like, I guess, even more impactful than, just watching the show and being a fan, because yeah, I'm a fan, but also it's like one of my main jobs is being a YouTuber, talking about the shows, making content for you guys. So yeah, it's been such a big part of my life. It's actually, really helped me out in a lot of ways. I've been able to, get into press screenings. I get to see early DC films very early. Like I've seen the Flash film already because of my channel, because of the Flash. So I have a lot to thank, for this TV show, inspiring me to create my channel. Team Forward started at 26. Alex started watching at 14. He's 20 now. 8 years old. Wow. Okay. You're now 18. You started watching at 15. 8. Wow, some of you guys started really early. Cal was 10. Xeon was 12. So as I said, I started watching when I was 14. I started watching when I was 14. So, calculate that. I'm 22 now, so it's been a long time. But yeah, so I'm super excited for this. Let's talk about our overall thoughts. Thank you, Mavatron, for the nice compliment. I really appreciate it. Let's talk about our overall thoughts on the series as a whole. So tell me in the chat right now, what do you think of The Flash in its 9 seasons? So I think personally, I've enjoyed the show so much. Yes, there's up and downs with any kind of TV show. It's not just The Flash. Like, I will be the first person to admit to you guys, I hated season 4. I thought season 4 was rubbish. The only good thing about season 4 was the introduction of Nora, and that's pretty much it for me. However, I love season 1, I love season 2, I love season 3, I love season 5. I love what they've done, especially in this back half of the season with Cobalt Blue this year. Plus, also, I loved Armageddon. I loved, Blood Work was cool. I really loved seeing Godspeed for the first time, seeing Mina Darwin, seeing that other good version of Reverse Flash. There is so much that I've loved over the years. And yes, there's been some rough episodes where normally they're filler and it's like, oh, the Flash isn't here or whatever. But, I'm really glad with the way that the show's gone. It's a shame we don't get a season 10 and, that's just going to be what it is. But yeah, overall, very happy with the way that the show has kind of gone over the 9 seasons. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys get the gist. We'll talk about what I expect to happen in the finale in just a minute. We're just doing overall thoughts right now on the series as a whole. I'm not going to be physically live streaming the finale, but I will be doing a watch along with Flashverse. So type in Flashverse on YouTube, subscribe to him, and you can see us watching the Flash live it's currently where I am. It's midnight, midnight. So that means the Flash starts in an hour and 45 minutes from now. So get ready, guys. It's on the CW, of course. And yeah. Eric Wallace had some moments, but overall, I think he gave average seasons. Yeah, I think for Eric Wallace, what has defined his seasons for me is definitely the fact that I like big chunks of the season. Like, I loved Armageddon. I've loved Cobalt Blue. But there was stuff that just didn't work. There was the Forces. No, that did not work. There was Red Death. Didn't really end in a very good way, in my opinion. So, I think his seasons are very split. I feel like he puts more effort into one part of the season than the whole season as a whole. And I think that's what splits season 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 and 5 from these newer seasons, because those seasons were all about one villain, or there would be villains that would kind of set up that main overarching villain. And so yeah, I think what Eric Wallace has done with the graphic novels is definitely interesting. I'm not going to say it was a bad idea, because I think it's interesting, but I wish there was more episodes to explore the bad guys. You guys can watch The Flash via US TV now. If you don't have the CW, just type in that and you can go watch it there. It's legal, it's not illegal. So yeah, go check that out. Obviously, the episode doesn't start for an hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, stick around for now. And once again, I want to remind you guys, you can send in super chats to support the channel and ask questions on the live stream. Obviously, there's a lot of you guys here, so I'm going to try and get round to everyone's questions. But yeah, sending in super chats is the best way to get answered on stream, and I'll pop up your question. You have to wait till tomorrow, no problem. Well, I would recommend, if you guys have to wait till tomorrow, please don't go on social media, don't go on YouTube. In my opinion, if I were to miss an episode like I missed Superman Lois last night, what I did was I didn't go on social media or YouTube until I watched the episode. So try and avoid it as best as you can so you don't get spoiled. Turn off your notifications for YouTube, for Twitter, for Instagram and everything if you follow loads of Flash accounts. So that's my recommendation to you guys who aren't going to be watching it in a few hours' time. Team Forward says seasons 1 and 2 were the best from start to finish, while the rest had their moments here and there. That's fair enough. I feel like most of us agree with that. I'm a big fan of season 3 as well. Like, that's when I fully got into the YouTube kind of game to do with the Flash, because I was like super into Savitar and that whole mystery. But it really started for me like the interest of being like, okay, I want to make YouTube videos about this, theorize about, you know, all these new villains and these mysteries that they're introducing, was when they went to Earth 2, when we saw the Man in the Iron Mask, when we saw Zoom, when we saw Jay Garrick, well, you know, the Hunter Zolomon, Jay Garrick. And I was just so fascinated. I was like, what's going on? Like, I need to theorize about this. And so I think, yeah, that's where it started for me. And I love the Savitar mystery in season 3 as well, and how they kind of played that out. I know it's not everyone's favorite season, but I really enjoyed season 3 as well. I rank season 1, 2, and 3 just as highly as each other. Obviously, they are different in their own ways, but yeah, they're really, really good. Okay, let's talk some specifics about tonight's episode. And yeah, let me know. Just keep responding to what I'm saying, guys, and I'll be sure to respond as well. So we have some major returning characters coming back in this final episode ever, the series finale of The Flash. And those major characters, as far as we know, I'm going to talk about the villains here. And this has been widely known for a long time. So I guess if you don't want spoilers, this is your warning. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to spoil now, but we've known this for a while. Cobalt Blue is going to be joined by other villains, and they were even featured in the new trailers, so I don't think it's a big spoiler, but we know that Zoom is going to be back. We know Reverse Flash, Godspeed, and Savitar are going to all be joining Cobalt Blue in this episode. I can't believe that this is going to be happening. It's going to be insane seeing all of the Flash's greatest speedster villains return. I'm super excited. Like, I literally cannot wait to see my favorite villains return. Like, Reverse Flash, Zoom, and Savitar are all my favorites. Godspeed was cool. Cobalt Blue has been amazing so far. So I look forward to seeing them all teaming up together and how they logistically get around that. Obviously, after I do my review and breakdown video later tonight, in the next few days, I'll be sure to post more Flash videos that kind of talk about, you know, the specifics, maybe talk about Zoom and Savitar and Reverse Flash and how everything went down and how everything makes sense and what it means for the future of not just the Flash, but the future of the Arrowverse too. Because obviously with the Flash ending, people are thinking, oh, this is the end of the Arrowverse. Well, we still have Zoom and Lois. There is always a chance that they could do a crossover if they ever felt like it. And hopefully they get season 4. But yeah, so there's major returning characters on the good side as well. We know that we are going to be seeing Jay Garrick in the episode. He's been featured in some of the promo material. Also, we know we're going to see Timeless Wells probably in this episode. That's not 100% confirmed, but we're presuming. I'm not sure if we're going to see like Caitlin and Frost again. Obviously, we have Keone, so I don't think that's like a big pressing issue for Eric Wallace. I feel like the more pressing issue is the fact that apparently they haven't been able to get Cisco back. They haven't been able to crack down and get Carlos Valdez back for the series finale. And I think that's going to be a huge shame. Honestly, like I hope they've been like playing us, and I hope we see Cisco. But yeah, those are the characters that are going to be returning. It's obviously going to be super exciting to see Zoom back after such a long time. Teddy Sears is going to be there. He's going to take his mask off at one point, I'm pretty sure, because we've seen that in some BTS photos and stuff. As well as we know Reverse Flash is played by Tom Cavanaugh in this episode. He's going to be back, and that's going to be awesome seeing him facing off against Team Flash. Godspeed, played by the original actor again. And then also Savitar was supposed to be played by Grant Gustin, and they would show Pizza Face Barry once again, but I'm pretty sure that's when Grant had COVID, so you're just going to see Savitar in a suit, which is cool enough by itself. Okay, so Gary is here, and Gary sends in a super chat. Thank you very much, Gary. And Gary says, will Superman Lois get a season 4? So good question, Gary. This is something that obviously we can talk about. Yeah, we're mainly talking about the Flash series finale here, but I'm more than happy to answer any Superman Lois questions too, because I didn't actually get around to making a video last night on the new episode, but it was an awesome episode. Do I believe season 4 is going to happen? I think it's going to happen. However, you have to take it with a grain of salt. I don't have any inside information or anything like that. But there is talks that maybe it could move to HBO Max. That would be awesome if it does that. I'm actually kind of more rooting for Superman Lois to go to Max rather than staying at the CW, because the CW is so precarious right now. Like, even if you got one more season at CW, I'm pretty sure they would cancel it right at the end of that season. So I would be more confident that we could get like 2 more seasons on HBO Max. So that would be my answer in regards to that. I think it's likely we get season 4, but I think it's less likely to see it on the CW. That's just my personal opinion as to what I think is going to happen. But thank you so much for the super chat, Gary. I really appreciate it. If you have any more questions, send them in and I'll be sure to answer them. And likewise, this goes for all of you guys watching. If you do want to send in any burning questions and you want to support the channel, if you liked what we've done over the last, however many years since the Flash season 3 started, that's when I first started doing videos. Please be sure to send in super chats. So yeah, shout out to Gary. Thanks for joining. And yeah, that was a good question, Gary. Welcome, Algorithm. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here and all of you guys. I've answered this before, but I'm not going to be live streaming it on my channel. However, I'm going to be watching it live on YouTube with Flashverse on his channel. Go to Flashverse on YouTube. It's just Flashverse, like the Arrowverse. Subscribe to him. We're going to be live streaming very soon in the next hour. And yeah, you can come watch alongside us. But yeah, ending the Flash for me is like taking 9 years of my life. Yeah, it's true. Same for me. I've said this in this live stream. I've watched the Flash since the end of season 1. It's been such a big part of my life, and I can't believe it's ending. But as I've emphasized throughout this live stream, my channel is going nowhere. I'm still going to do Flash videos. I'm still going to do Superman Lois videos. I'm still going to do Supergirl videos. Like, there is so much DC content out there. They're making new DC shows over on HBO Max. We can talk the Penguin. We can talk about more Batman stuff, Superman stuff. Like, I hope Superman Lois continues. And so, yeah, no worries about where the channel is going. If you're a DC fan, which I'm pretty sure all of you guys are, who are watching my videos and are watching any sort of content on YouTube like mine, I'm pretty sure you guys are all DC fans. So stick around. Videos aren't going anywhere. I'm going to emphasize that in my review tonight. So don't worry, guys. There's still going to be Flash videos. We can do some nostalgic videos looking back. But also, we can do some, this week after the episode comes out, we're going to be looking back at the finale and breaking stuff down, explaining what happened. Okay, we got another super chat from Gary. Thank you very much for the second $4.99 super chat. Shout out to Gary. Gary says, what videos are you going to do now that the Flash is ending? Well, I just kind of answered that. Sorry, Gary. But yeah, the simple answer is my channel's going nowhere. I will start making more videos on other DCTV shows. My channel is not the Arrowverse show, it's the DCTV show. So anything that's DC related or DCTV related, obviously that's better. I'm going to still make videos. I'm going to break it down. I really hope you guys are going to all stick around despite the Flash not being around. But there's always the chance that the Flash can show up, like Grant can show up in the Flash movie, or he can show up in various other places in the future. We know James Gunn is a fan of the Arrowverse, so you never know with maybe Superman Lois continuing. There's also been talk that, potentially the Flash, Superman Lois could continue on HBO Max, and there's been talk of maybe an Arrow spin-off show coming as a mini-series. That would be insane. I really hope for some sort of like reunion crossover in the future. Wouldn't that be awesome as like a one-off film or a one-off mini-series of the Arrowverse? So anyway, that is my answer for sorry. That's my answer for you guys. But yeah. Thank you so much, Gary, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And anyone else, like I said, can send in super chats right now, support the channel, but also get featured on the live stream and we can discuss your question. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, Unique. Well, as I said to someone earlier, turn off your YouTube notifications, turn off your social media notifications so you don't get spoiled. That's my advice to you. James Gunn could do a No Way Home with the Flash in the DCU for all we know. Exactly. Like, you've seen No Way Home. You've seen Spider-Man. You've seen the MCU. You've seen, Ezra Miller show up as the Flash on Legends of Tomorrow. Obviously, that was just a crossover, so he technically showed up on the Flash. And he met Grant Gustin. So what's to say that Grant Gustin and all these other people can't show up in the DCU in a DCTV show that they have or in a film? Sorry. But yeah, good question. Okay, we have a third super chat from Gary. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate all the super chats. Gary says, how are you doing these days? Do you think Barry could return? And is Susan and Lois? I guess you mean is Superman and Lois eventually? I don't think you finished it off. Finish it off in the chat, Gary. I'll answer the first bit. How are you these days? I'm very good, Gary. I am currently in France. I've talked about this to you guys who have been watching the live stream since the start. I'm here for the Cannes Film Festival. It's very exciting, very busy. I'm writing a lot of film reviews for Discussing Film, which you guys know, and some other places. I'm also doing lots of filming out here. It's right by the beach. It's in the south of France. Super nice. But yeah, very busy. So I'm doing good right now. But yeah, so I'm watching the series finale from France rather than back in London. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Obviously, I'm in a different situation. I'm sure most of you guys are just like at home like you would normally be. Yeah, it feels kind of weird to be here right now and not be at like my desk watching The Flash. But yeah, it's definitely going to be one to remember watching The Flash in this like totally different location. But the second part of the question is, do you think Barry could return? Yeah, I just literally said that. Sorry again, Gary. I'll just call you Barry for a second. Yeah, I think I could see Grant returning in a future project. Because James Gunn is building the DCU, and I think they will probably go back and they like to be nostalgic, so I think we'll see someone from the Arrowverse at one point. Gary continues his question in the chat and says, do you think the Flash could return in Superman and Lois season 4? Well, there's been talk of that. That was actually my video yesterday, so if you guys haven't checked that out, I talked about the fact that, the Arrowverse could potentially continue beyond the Flash ending, with like Earth Prime characters showing up in Superman Lois season 4, because we know Eric Wallace is going to be meeting up with Todd Helbing, the Superman Lois showrunner, in the next week or so for lunch. So yeah, that's exciting. Hopefully I answered your question well, Gary. But yeah, okay, let's see what I have in my notes. So it's been described as an ending of The Flash. So they're wrapping up the Flash characters. They're wrapping up all the stories, especially linking to season 1. Obviously, they're not going to wrap up absolutely everything. Sorry. Because it's physically impossible. Like, you can't go through all 9 seasons and be like, okay, what happened to Ralph? What happened to God knows who? Where is Patty Spivot? Like, they can't do everything. But it's going to be mainly focusing on the Flash, on Team Flash, on Barry and Iris specifically. And, that's going to be how they end the show. It's going to be wrapping up our characters, wrapping up their storylines. But it's not. But even though people are treating it as the end of the Arrowverse, it's actually not going to be specifically wrapping things up. So it's not going to be wrapping up Legends of Tomorrow in the way. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I think I need some water, but I'll get that in a minute. It's not going to be specifically like wrapping up the Arrowverse as a whole. Like, it's not going to be like that final chapter. And obviously, Eric Wallace has the duty of wrapping up the Flash, so that's the number one priority. But in regards to the Arrowverse, he says in a couple of interviews recently that he's hopeful that the Arrowverse continues. And, by ending on a kind of hopeful note in this episode, in the series finale, there's the chance that, someone could pick up on it and could continue the Arrowverse beyond the Flash ending. Yeah, but Daniel, you're right. 9 years passed in the blink of an eye. It's gone so, I wouldn't say so fast, but, it's definitely gone by at a pretty quick pace. Yeah. Hey, Nihat, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Welcome from Turkey. That's cool. We have a member of the channel, Rose. Rose says, I am sad that The Flash is ending, but excited how they will wrap everything up. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I feel exactly the same. I look forward to seeing how they wrap it up. Just like I was excited how they would wrap up Arrow, how they would wrap up Supergirl. And yeah, same feelings really, just sad as well. Also, since Rose being a member, I thought I would mention this to you guys. So if you want to become a member, I'll show you how you can become a member of the channel to support the channel. And I'm going to be doing one big final live stream that is going to be a members live stream to do with The Flash after the episode airs sometime this week or next week. We're going to get a bunch of you guys who are members to join a live stream with me. So if you want to join me live on air, in person, obviously on camera, digitally, click the join button here down below. You can pause this video. It's an old video of me. And you can become a super friend as little as, well, obviously I'm in France right now, so it's in euros. But yeah, a super friend, super friend, super best friend, super grand friend, super legendary friend. They're just different tiers. Just do what you want, and any member. Sorry, guys, I don't know what I'm saying. Any member is greatly appreciated. You all kind of get the same perks. You'll be able to join me on a live stream talking about the Flash series finale. And so if you want to join now, I'll give you a shout out in the live stream. So click the join button down below, become a member. If you want to come on to my channel and talk to me and talk to fellow members about the Flash series finale and the series as a whole. And so, yeah, click join member down below, and you guys will be able to be featured on an upcoming live stream of mine. Cal Roswell sends in a super chat. He says, too bad Cisco won't be in the finale. Well, that was something that I was going to discuss. I think I briefly mentioned it But yeah, it's a huge shame. I think he is the only major character from the Flash's history that is missing. Obviously, it's a huge shame that Carlos hasn't been able to work out the scheduling. Yeah, it's just like super, super sad to see that. I definitely was kind of skeptical about him not showing up just because he's got his own show and it's all about scheduling, and maybe he wanted to come, maybe he was just way too busy. You never know. So yeah, that's just how it is, and yeah, it's too bad. But thanks for the super chat, Cal. I really appreciate it. I see a bunch of you guys speaking Turkish in the chat. Nice to see some of my Turkish fans, whether you're new or just joining, or you've subscribed for a long time. I don't understand Turkish. I'm sorry, and there's no like live translate on YouTube, which is annoying. But I appreciate you guys coming in, and yeah, remember I'm gonna have my review and breakdown of this episode out right after the episode airs. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, I've been to Turkey before, so shout out to you guys in Turkey. I went to Bodrum once. Bodrum. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, let's see what else we can discuss. So we've talked about No Cisco, the fact that we're not wrapping up the Arrowverse really, we're more wrapping up the Flash. We talked about the cameos. We talked about, this being the final episode ever. We talked about our overall thoughts about the series as a whole. What about, let's talk about, any Flash beyond the series finale. So we talked about, potentially there being various different projects that, he could show up in. Same thing goes for the different characters on the Flash. Like, you've seen Nicole Maines show up post Supergirl ending. You've seen Kyla Lee show up post Supergirl ending. You've seen Black Lightning show up post Black Lightning ending. You've seen Batwoman come back. Like, there's always the chance that a character from the Flash can come back on another show, in a film, or anything. So yeah, there's always the opportunity. For those of you guys who are new and are just watching for the first time, I see some of you guys asking, where can you watch the final episode? Watch it on the CW, or you can watch it. Sorry, the boiler's starting. That's annoying. Or you can watch it on US TV now. That is a way to watch it. That is legal. So I put it in the chat. Yeah, Eddie Thorne, the actor is playing Eddie Thorne. He is doing a Instagram live, I believe, right now. But stick around here, guys. Stick around here. We're going to be going for a tiny bit longer in this live stream. Christian says, imagine if the OG timeline Flash is the real deal. The Avatar negative Speed Force angry because our Barry takes his place in the timeline. Somehow the negative resurrector gives him somebody else. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm going to be honest. We've kind of dealt with the original timeline Flash. I think Eric Wallace has kind of bigger fish to fry in this series finale. We dealt with original timeline Flash a couple of episodes ago, and obviously that was one of the best episodes, literally, of the show. But yeah, I mean, I think the Avatar of Negative Speed Force is going to be Cobalt Blue, though. I think we pretty much already established that. I'm going to be watching with Flashverse. You can come watch along with us. I hope future Oliver, Barry, Sarah, and Kara have a big reunion. Do you think they will? Well, that's my eventual hope. Like, at some point, like 5-10 years down the future, we have some sort of reunion. You get these Harry Potter reunions, you get Friends reunions. Why not have an Arrowverse reunion? But don't just make it a documentary reuniting the actors. We want to see them suiting up in the future as older versions of themselves. And anyway, these actors aren't very old. Like, most of them are like just turning 30 at this point. They all kind of started early 20s filming these shows. So they're not very old. And yeah, that's totally possible. How do you think Zuma's Avatar will interact? Not sure. I don't think there's going to be much interaction between Zoom and Savitar. I reckon there's going to be more interaction between like Reverse Flash, Co-op Blue, and probably Godspeed, maybe Zoom. I feel like Savitar and Zoom aren't the most talkative. Like they're more like ruthless. That's just the way I see it. But yeah, so as we head towards the end of the live stream, please be sure to send in any final super chats now. Once again, you can click the $ in the chat if you want to send in super chats to support, and send in any kind of topic or question or theory you have to do with the series finale. And as I said before, this is going to be like my last big Flash live stream. I will continue to do live streams every week. I apologize that I've missed some weeks, but I've been super busy. As I've said, I've been in France for over a week now. So, yeah, that's just a reason why I haven't been doing it. But obviously, I had to do it tonight because this is a huge episode, the ending of The Flash. And as I've said before, I'm going to do my video right after the episode ends. So stick around, turn on notifications for my channel that you're watching right now. So yeah, click that bell. I have my Flash shirt on for the first time today. I'm going to miss the show. Yeah. Or I think at this point, we've all got merch and everything. I got like a bunch of Star Labs t-shirts and hoodies and stuff that I wear quite often. You know, it's iconic, really, at this point. Yeah, Godspeed's practically a copy of Zoom. Yeah, he's the worst Zoom, like a way worse Zoom. Zoom is so much better. Okay, so that pretty much does it for like my main topic. So as I said, now it's all up to you guys. Send in anything you want me to discuss before the end of this live stream. Now is the time to do it. Super chat or just in the chat. Up to you guys. I'll try and get around to everything, but there is quite a lot of you guys here. This is interesting. Sorry for the yawning. It's late. This is interesting. There is the potential for that. They did kind of tease Barry's promotion a while ago. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's going to fully happen, but that would be nice. Yes, that site gets it when it releases tonight. You can watch it live on that site that I mentioned. Could Carlos Vargas be in the episode? Yeah, there is a chance, like maybe on a phone or like a video or a phone call or video call. That would be my best guess. I don't think he's going to show up in real life. I think that would be enough just to hear his voice, maybe. No, he did not fail this fan base, that's for sure. Been a fan ever since the first episode, as well as Smallville, my 2 favorite shows ever. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been a fan for a long time too, so I'm super excited. But as we've all been saying, like, it's also sad at the same point because it's like, it's an end of an era. It's the end of The Flash. Like, I can't believe it. We're not going to see Grant every week. I'm used to, being like, okay, Wednesday, going to watch The Flash, or it used to be, oh, okay, it's Tuesday, let's watch The Flash, but now it's not going to be like that. But we still have Superman Lois, and that gives me hope. So, yeah, looking forward to next week's episode of Superman Lois, despite the Flash ending this week. You can watch this on TV on the CW. Yeah, I agree. Bit loud. That's totally true. Okay, so I think that pretty much does it for the live stream, guys. I am yawning like right now. It's very late. And remember, guys, the Flash starts in an hour and 15 minutes, so get ready. I'm going to take a little rest before the Flash starts because I'm tired. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has contributed throughout this live stream. Thank you to all of you guys who have supported me throughout the Flash. I'm going to be doing the live stream with Flashverse. So type in Flashverse and you can come join us. We're going to be watching it live. You can watch it on US TV now. That is a way that you guys can watch it, or on the CW. And yeah, my review and breakdown of the episode will be out pretty much an hour after, because I need to record the video. My video is going to be like relatively long because it's a series finale, probably going to be like 20 plus minutes. And then I need to edit it quick, and then I'm going to upload it. My internet's a tiny bit slower here. I'll get the thumbnail ready and everything. So if you guys aren't watching it tonight, please be sure to turn off your notifications, and please be sure to not go on social media, because I don't want you guys to be spoiled. That is your warning. Don't do it. That is my recommendation. I've had to miss episodes before. That's why I do it. Just wanted to tell you guys here live on the stream. But yeah, so the episode is in an hour and 14 minutes as of right now. Yeah, if you can't watch the episode, like you said, go to sleep now. Don't come back until you've seen the episode tomorrow. Welcome, Willie Jackson. Sorry that you got in late. You can rewind and watch if you want. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to have my Flash series finale review out right after the episode ends. So that does it for this video, guys. I really appreciate your support. You can get a trial with US TV now. That is the best way to watch. It's like a one-day trial. That's how most people online watch it. But yeah, thanks. Obviously, we're going to continue making videos. We're going to go nowhere, guys. Loads of Flash videos over the next few days, obviously reflecting on the series finale and everything, and the review later tonight. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching this live stream. I'll be live streaming again sometime in the next week. So yeah, come back and I'll see you guys then. So for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Oh my God, I can't freaking speak, guys. It's too late. I'll catch you guys later tonight. And thank you, Daniel, for subscribing. Stay tuned for the video. We're going to break it down fully. All right. See you guys later. Goodbye.